Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabil Mustafa. I'm from 11F1. So, I'm creating this video. I'm aiming to discuss about study case that examines about Toyota. So the Toyota had a mistake, but they changed the game by their own idea. So they changed the mistake to be a good work. But we discuss right here with chilling. I got milk on me, and then dim sum to eat, Exactly, I was creating a video before, but the video was unsafe, like it wasn't safe to my device, so I re-recorded. Okay, let's talk about the study case. So first off, the study case is based on Harvard Business School. It's about, the title is Toyota Recalls Hitting the Skids. So let's talk about the beginning of the study case. When the Toyota had a crisis on August 28, 2009. So there was an off-duty California Highway Patrol officer. So the officer, he was patrolling around the California highway, but he was off duty. He wasn't wearing a uniform, and 3 family members were killed in a 2009 Lexus. The type is ES 315. The cars or the vehicle accelerated uncontrollably to over 100 km/h, and a horrifying 911 call captured the driver's final moments as he realized that the brakes were non-functional. So they keep driving. They keep driving. When his leg stepped on the brake pedal, the vehicle or car keep driving. They cannot stop because the brake was non-functional. And then, for a company built on a zero defect reputation for quality and reliability, this event was catastrophic because it triggered a series of recalls involved over 8.5 million vehicles worldwide, around the world. Nearly an entire year's worth of sales for the company. By early 2010, the US Secretary of transportation is called Rayleighwood was publicly advising owners of affected Toyota to stop driving their vehicles because of fear among owners was palpable, with many left wondering if their cars were death traps. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of my milk. I open my dim sum first, yeah. Look at the dim sum. So this dim sum is from my mother. My mother sell this dim sum. Look at this. It's extremely delicious. So let's back to the topic. Let's talk about the history of Toyota. So Toyota is founded in 1937 by Kiichiro Toyoda. Toyota grew from a textile machinery background into a global automotive leader. So there was a system in Toyota, it's called TPS or Toyota Production System. Toyota Production System or TPS. TPS developed in 1950s. TPS revolutionized manufacturing with 3 core. The first one is called JIT. It was just in time that developed in 1950s. Just in time, making only what is needed when it's needed to eliminate the waste. And then the second one is Jidoka. It was automation with human thoughts, allowing any worker to stop the production line if a defect was spotted. The third one is Kaizen, the philosophy of continuous incremental improvement fueled by worker suggestion. Then it were 3 core of TPS, Toyota Production System. The company culture emphasized that the customer came first, followed by dealers, and lastly manufacturer. This frugality and dedication to quality allowed Toyota to become the top import brand in the US by 1978. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of my milk. And my dim sum. Okay, let's back to the topic. In the late 1990s and 2000s, under leaders like Hiroshi Akuda and Katsuaki Watanabe, Toyota shifted its focus toward dominance. The 2010 vision. The 2010 vision aimed for 15% global market share. It was a goal they achieved 2 years early. But to achieve this, Toyota introduced Kakushin. It was meaning radical innovation, which sometimes conflicted with traditional steadication. The value innovation, it was a program that slashed about 10 billion US dollar in cost by reducing the number of components used across different models, and it was designed to production cycles were cut to just 12 months or 1 year, nearly half the industry average. And then by the 2004 until 2006, quality began to slip. Hyundai began outscoring Toyota in initial quality surveys and internal concerns. These two were raised that rapid expansion was training, engineering, and quality testing. Okay, I'm gonna eat my dim sum again. Okay, let's back to the topic again. On September to 2009, pedal entrapment released. Initially, 3.8 million vehicles were recalled because all-weather flow mats could trap the accelerator pedal, in a depressed position. And then Sticky Pedals, released on January 2010. Toyota's gold standard hybrid. The Prius suffered from a software glitch when hitting uneven surfaces. The transition between regenerative and hydraulic braking caused a momentary loss of braking sensation, leading to recall of 437,000 hybrids. Then Toyota's initial response was characterized by silence and vague statements. President Akio Toyoda was not seen publicly for 2 weeks after the crisis broke. In Japan, culture of putting a lid on things that sting and deference to superiors made it difficult for workers to challenge decisions or admit errors. The Toyota way of going to the sources of problem become difficult to implement in massive global expansion with thousands of suppliers. And then finally, the Akio Toyoda, the president of Toyota, apologized his tumbled and the company's defensive posture were widely criticized by US media. Okay, that was my video. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.